Well, hello there, Dukely here, and today I'm playing Colonial Conquest. This is apparently a remake of a game from many years ago. I don't really know what I think of it yet. I think it's an alright game and has some cool stuff in it, but I feel like it's a little bit too... there's not enough information. But of course, I've played games like Crusader Kings and Victoria 2 and stuff where there's just like an absolute shitload of information. So it could just be that I'm expecting there to be more than there is, or maybe the game, oops, sorry, bumped the mic, doesn't have as much as I was hoping it would. This was like $8 or $9 on Steam. It'll probably be $10 by the time you see this video. I've been playing on standard difficulty. I can't imagine what hard is like, because standard is tricky, and I've been playing with infinite points. So let's just do that 1500 for that. What do we want to be? France? I tried to play as the United States and Japan. The problem with Japan is that you quickly get closed in on by France and Russia, and Britain. Let's just go USA, since I think it's fairly straightforward. So there's 3 different scenarios here. I've only ever played this first one, and I don't know what the other 2 are like. So we're going to go with the first one, since I know what's happening in it. Right, so the first year thing is there's 4 seasons basically in that. Wait for the music. There's 4 seasons in a year. So you have like spring where lots of stuff happens, where you can do lots of different things, and Germany has managed to right away conquer the Azores, I guess. Don't really know how they did that so quickly. Oh, I guess because they went before me, because it's my turn here. Right, I see. So, we have to decide what we're going to do. So we can, in spring, build forces, so infantry or ships. You need ships to move the infantry. It's a 1-to-1. You can always move units, and I'm trying to think what else there is. You can talk to the other countries by going over here, and then you say economic help, and if you're at war, apparently this is where you can say peace. But I've heard that it doesn't work and something's wrong with it. This game just came out, so they've updated it a few times so far, so they're probably, if there's any problems with it, I'm sure that they'll be on top of that in no time. Anyway, what are we gonna do? Let's invade down through Mexico. So first, these countries that are gray are gray? That's like a khaki color or something. They have they're a minor power, so they don't fight back or anything. The only countries that fight back are the 6 major powers. And so if we look at Mexico, we can spy on them for 200,000 pounds and see that they have 270 men defending their territory. So we can easily build enough guys to attack them. Actually, just going to cancel. Another thing you can do is, once you've conquered a territory, you can build a fortress on it, which costs £1 million. You get it right away. So I'm just going to fortify my Pacific territories, rather, and Alaska. It makes it really hard for people to take them unless they really outnumber you by a lot. And then we're going to spend the rest of our points building 160,000 guys there. We're going to move these 50,000, or 4,900 rather, over here. Mexico has 270 apparently. Now if we click here, we can see this intel is very good. That's 270, that's probably exactly how many are there. This fleet's in the region 0, and it's saying that may or may not be correct. It probably is correct. So we're going to have to wait quite a while before we can actually do anything about Mexico. We can invade another territory in the Pacific if we wanted to. I happen to know that Sumatra is very rich, but we can probably invade Guam. Now, I didn't get some information. I didn't spy on Guam. I've used all my money to build infantry and stuff, but we're going to send a force to Guam anyway and just see if we can't get something to happen. So there we go. Now you just end turn. Yes, we're sure. Get ready for battle. So it's going to queue up everybody's combats. You get to see what everybody's doing. So Angola has been invaded by Germany. Okay. You can see our guys moving around now. Iceland being invaded by, I'm guessing, Britain. No, Germany again. Okay. Alright, here we are attacking Guam. We destroyed the fleet. They only had 5. They had a very shitty defense force of 8 guys. So there, we've taken Guam for the United States. Egypt's being attacked by Britain. Madagascar, Britain, I'm guessing. Yes, of course. Oh, Borneo's a great one. I wish we had able to get that one. Who's attacking that? Britain again. So here we go. This will show us all the stuff that's happened. Well, we know what happened because we told it to do it. So, we have... what I usually do, or what I did the last couple times I played as America, is try to take these... There's some strong Pacific islands here. If we look at Mexico, it's worth $880,000, so that's how much we'll get the following spring to spend on units. Which is good. You want more money to spend on units. So we can try to invade something else, but there's a good chance we'll lose. Let's try to invade Formosa, actually. We didn't actually lose, like, any guys there, so we'll try that. We can move these guys down here. And we're not going to be able to do anything else. We're pretty much just going to have to wait until spring again. 20 ships. Ooh. Uh-oh. Come on. Oh. Oh. They had too many guys for us there. Russia, of course. And our guys move there. You can turn off... I turned off the music too, and there's still these annoying musical cues. You can turn off the AI moves so like you don't see what the other people are doing, and it makes the turns go faster, but if they attack you, it won't always tell you that you've been attacked. Even in that little, like, overview screen at the end, it's not always correct. We're going to move our fleet back here, because obviously to get more guys out into the Pacific, we're going to need more ships. It's fall now. We have enough to invade Mexico with our 293. I think we're going to wait. We want to get like a shitload of guys, and then we're just going to burn our way through friggin' South America and conquer as much of it as we can. So somebody else has attacked the already weakened Formosa. Russia, apparently. Or Japan, even. Has attacked Formosa after we weakened it, which is a perfectly good and smart tactic to use. Alright, nobody did anything in that turn, so now we're back in spring, so you can see our total money is 13 million pounds. So we're going to go ahead and spy on a couple places. 66 men, just as I suspected. They have a pretty good amount of defenses here. So Sumatra, I think, is a really rich one. I think they're randomized, so they're not always going to be worth the same amount. Oh yeah, so Java's worth 770,000 pounds, which is quite a bit. The Philippines aren't worth half as much as they usually are. What was Guam worth? 300,000, pretty good. We'll just check out, oops, we'll check out Guatemala. And Panama. And, oh, Panama and who is this? Oh, Honduras, of course. So you remember, we can only move 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll be back to spring again. So we don't need to spy any more than that. So you kind of want to think ahead of time how much spying you need to do and how much everything. And we're going to... Oh, you know what we're going to do? Actually, we're going to fortify Guam with a fortress. There we go. If we go up here, we can see who's at war with who. We're apparently at war with the United Kingdom since the first turn. I don't recall that happening. That really sucks. Because I don't want to have to attack them. We can easily take all of Canada from them, though. So we could do that. Let's do that, actually. We'll bolster our defense. So let's spy here on all this stuff. To Might be able to get most of it in the first turn, actually. Or, well, within a year. This has multiplayer, by the way, and I think it'd be pretty cool to play multiplayer because you could actually have, like, negotiations and not have such a bunch of nonsense like playing against the computer. You can turn the computer off so it's not aggressive against you, which might be another good way to play. But again, I haven't played enough to know yet. So we're going to... I mean, look, I can beat them with about 100 guys here. So maybe 200 on this side, maybe 300 here. So let's go here and build... like 200. We're going to bolster our forces here really quick with like 42. And then the rest will go there. So that's not going to be enough. But our first move is going to be to attack here, Mexico. Let me just double check. I'm not stupid, am I? Okay, no, we're at war with Britain. Right. So we're going to... They have no fortresses here either, so... I've attacked Britain in Canada later on, once it had fortresses, and it was really hard. It takes, like... They had 190 defenders in a fortress, and it was killing half of my armies of, like, 600. So they can really do some damage, if you let them build fortresses. So I think we're set there. We're going to leave these ships around because they'll guard the ports for us. Because someone could just swoop in and like take huge chunks of the US from us. Like Britain. They'll probably will try to attack us. And they could probably attack and take the southern US away from us. But we can just immediately retake it if that were to happen. They might come down from Canada. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't tried playing as Britain, but I feel like they might be really powerful. Like, super powerful. Ah, France has taken New Guinea. Ooh! We actually failed that attack in Mexico. Believe it or not, we lost 300-something thousand guys there. 300 divisions of guys. Terrible. Somebody tried to attack Torrente and failed. They're attacking again, and they've captured it. Britain. Here we're going to the Rockies. Our intel was pretty good, and they did actually have less than 100 guys, so we've taken that away from them. Oh, we did take Mexico. I don't know why it showed us like a failed symbol thing there before. That was weird. Alright, whatever. So what do they got here? 95. I think we're gonna sit... Well, we could risk an attack here. Let's fucking do it. And Guatemala had 59 guys. No problem. We can attack them without even worrying about it. Ooh! Ow. Oh shit. Well, that wasn't a good idea, I guess. Guatemala is ours, or Honduras, whatever one that is. Guatemala, yeah. Honduras had even fewer guys, so we'll attack them. You always leave one guy behind as like a garrison. So there we go, it's fall. We'll just do that one thing. There we go. Panama belongs to us. Panama had 29. Oh, Honduras. Jesus, sorry, Honduras. I'm really fucking laying waste to you today. There we go. See if we can take Panama. That'll be pretty good. Can we see the score? There we go. We surpassed Britain on the score now. And it's the first to 1,000 victory points. They actually had fewer guys than we thought they did. Okay, so now we're back in spring, so we can build more stuff. We're going to build... We could just dump our resources here and really go ham for Canada. Oops. I want to click... There we go. And then we can attack into the Canadian Plains. And we'll go for Ontario here. Now we could spy on Colombia, but we don't have any money. It's probably not worth trying to attack. We didn't fortify any of the territories we'd taken that turn because we spent all of our money on units. But I think that was an okay decision. Jesus, that firepower. Okay. No problem. Bolivia's been taken by Britain, I bet. Britain takes Bolivia every time for some reason. Oh, they didn't actually manage to do it. Jesus Christ, just blew those 90 friggin' Canadian defenders away. And now we'll go for Manitoba. And into... We could go to Labrador. Labrador has a few more defensemen than Quebec does. But it's worth a shitload more money, so we're going to go for that one. It's worth 1.65. Quite a bit. And Manitoba's worth 500,000. Canadian Plains worth 700,000. Some good countries we've taken here. Mexico is the only really good one here. Some of these kind of weaker countries. 300,000. Okay. Oh. Oh. So they've invaded the eastern U.S. and taken it from us. We can either take that back probably this year or the following year. Holy shit! Oh my god, they just brought in a bunch of guys right there. They must have brought in hundreds of guys. We're gonna quickly rush these guys to Ontario. I don't think they can actually attack us from Labrador into Manitoba, so that's good. Fuck. I might have killed myself by not really being defensive at all. -10 income from Alaska. Okay, nobody attacked us, amazingly. We're gonna build up 400,000 guys. We're gonna move them into the eastern U.S. to retake our territory. The Low Countries has been taken by Germany. And they were immediately attacked by France, probably. Oh, they've built a fortress, the bastards. Oh, it's okay. They only had like 2 defenders in it. Okay. Tunisia falls to... Fucking who? Japan? Okay. Japan has taken Tunisia. Interesting choice. The Galapagos. That's Germany, I think. Oh, that's probably Britain again. Yep. Ah, shit. So this is what happens, is the computer just kind of takes you apart because you can't see where they're coming from unless you leave tons of defenses around. But then you don't have enough to grab anything, and now pretty sure we're going to lose this now. Really? Holy shit. Oh well, it was my own fault for not having enough defenders around, so... What are you gonna do? Well, we pretty much fucking lost. We can't really do much now, except go onto the defensive, which would really suck. And we probably couldn't actually win doing it anyway. We're gonna attack Quebec, give that a try. Blew the shit out of my first force. I don't know what that was about. See, but then I've taken Quebec, which I don't really understand at all. Let's try to take Labrador. Then I'm gonna surrender. I'll give up. Oh god. They probably had 100 or 200 guys left. So yeah, that's Colonial Conquest. That's Colonial Conquest, the first scenario that is. If you want to come back, you know, if you want me to come back and show you the other scenarios, or try a different country or a different setup or something, let me know. Probably play around with it just to try it out. I feel like there's way too many areas to invade by sea. We didn't actually see it that much on this one because I was doing mostly land stuff, but like more than 50% of the countries can be invaded by the sea, and it's pretty tricky, I think, to defend against the sea, because you pretty much have to have tons of boats, and boats are really expensive to make, and I don't know, makes it trickier. But yeah, let me know what you think about this game. If you like it, you know, give me a like. Yeah, links in description, and I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.